life. Rome embraced this principle. The fragments of Isaiah and Ezekiel, twisted them into a cosmic myth, and handed the world a Lucifer who fell in fire. The story worked, it inspired fear, demanded obedience, and reinforced empire. But Ethiopia never bowed to that narrative. They remembered that the accuser's true power is not in his fall, but in his lie. And isn't this the truth?
I did learn how to cook pancakes, so I get too buzzed
Wars
up.
are fought with propaganda before they are fought with weapons. Oppression is
I don't know how I do with being buzzed.
Before it is enforced by law. Whole nations can be enslaved not by chains, but by believing the wrong story about themselves. This is Lucifer's genius, not brute rebellion, but narrative distortion.
I'm getting a little buzz off of this. It's not too bad for $2.
Versus Satan, light versus darkness. The final war is truth versus story. Which
you want some, you can have some. It's vodka.
Which vision will you live by?
I got some drink, man. I got some gin.
White and enthroned beside
I'd rather have vodka than gin.
Really? What's wrong with gin?
Gin kicks too.
Gin kicks in.
Oh yeah. I don't know. It might kick me a little harder than vodka.
Think of what Jesus said. You will know the truth, and the truth will set you free.
Amen.
He did not say, you will know force. He did not say, you will know fear. He said truth. Because freedom begins in the story you believe, and bondage begins in the lie you accept. This is why Ethiopia's voice has endured even when empires tried to silence it, because their vision exposes the lie. It tells us that Lucifer is not the great equal rival of God, not the cosmic opposite, not the king of hell. He is the deceiver, the twister of narratives the accuser tolerated for a season. His strength is only as strong as our willingness to believe him. Every time we accept the empire's gospel instead of Christ's, every time we choose obedience to fear instead of faith in truth, every time we accept the myth of power instead of the reality of love, we fall. Not him, us. So maybe the question is not, when did Lucifer fall, but when did we fall for his lie? The greatest tragedy is not that Satan was cast down. The greatest tragedy is that humanity chose to bow to a distorted narrative. And the greatest victory will not come from destroying him with fire, but from breaking free of his lie with truth. So now the battlefield is set. The question is not whether Lucifer fell, the question is whether you will. The war is not only about him, it is about us. And the only weapon that wins is truth. Stay with me, because in the final chapter we will uncover what this means for you personally, not in theory, not in history, but in the choices you make today. The final revelation is coming, and it will ask you the hardest question yet. Has Christ been born in you, or are you still living in the story? Empire wrote, in the end, it does not matter which version of Lucifer's story you choose to believe, the dramatic fall from heaven, or the Ethiopian vision of the tester, allowed to refine the faithful. What matters is the story you choose to live by. Because life itself is a battlefield of narratives. Each day, voices compete for your trust. The voice of fear, the voice of pride, the voice of despair, and the quiet voice of truth. The danger is not only in Lucifer's rebellion, but in our willingness to accept his distortion. Perhaps the true fall is not his, but ours, every time we believe the lie that we are forgotten, powerless, or unloved. We are not prisoners of that lie. We can choose to live by the greater story, the story of Christ who walks with the oppressed, who turns suffering into strength, who makes even trials a furnace for faith. For those of us who have lived long enough to know the weight of life's struggles, this is the lesson: your story is not written by empire, by fear, or by the accuser. Your story is written by God. The only question is, will you live in his truth or in the lie?
Will you? Will you live in this truth or in the lie?
For centuries, we may have been looking at the wrong face. The heart, the pale skin, golden hair, and blue eyes may not match the descriptions found in
preachers
scriptures or
preach faith. You know,
Was
I've
this
been living
simply an
on faith
artistic
before she
choice
died.
or part of a deeper
And
narrative shaped
I
by
got stronger
empires
on
and
faith
power?
when we moved from
Recently,
downtown
in the
because
frozen
I was
cellars
really
of
getting
Russia,
heavy
a
into that shit,
discovery has stirred
into
both
ice.
curiosity and
And
controversy.
we left
Doors
and I was
untouched
skating
for
on
hundreds
ice,
of years
and
were
we
sacred
went
paintings,
into
icons
on
of
that side
Christ
part
Mary,
of town and
and
started getting mad.
angels portrayed with dark
The
skin
Lord let me live
features
with
like
her for 2
polished
years.
bronze and hair like wool. Could these images refer
Mm.
closer to Scripture? Revelation 1:14-15 speaks of hair like wool, feet like burnished bronze. Were these
The new family
depictions
that took
lost
me
in the
in,
waves of history,
they told me, they said,
overshadowed by
Riley,
the Renaissance vision
you could
we
be
know
living
today?
good right now.
This
$32,000
is not
you
about
made
dividing
in 1
faith
year.
or
What'd you do
redefining
with that
God's
money?
image. It is about
I said
covering history,
drugs,
exploring
alcohol,
forgotten narratives,
drugs
and
and
asking
alcohol,
questions that were never meant to be
and
asked. Tonight
credit
we enter a
getting my
story
weed.
that stretches
I
from
said, I
ancient
can't use
Israel
my
to
money wisely.
Ethiopia,
I
from
said, I
Rome
turned
to
my money
Russia,
over to her.
a story
She
of
wanted
faith,
the money
power,
for
and
her.
identity.
Okay,
Are you
but
ready to
when
see
we
what
had
history has
jobs,
kept hidden
her
for
money was hers,
centuries?
my money
Part
was
1.
mine. It didn't work
The
out that way.
revelation
Her
from
money was
Russia.
hers, my
Beneath
money
the
was
frozen heart of
ours.
northern Russia, there are
so
cellars,
go eat
ancient
this up for
vaults
me.
carved
Okay.
into the
Otherwise,
earth,
I'll roll up
sealed
something
for
to smoke.
centuries.
Okay.
Their doors made of iron and oak were rumored to guard
You
forgotten
could just
Just
have
open
relics of
another
faith.
sip and I'll go do it.
Few believed the stories. To most, they were little more than myths, tales of sacred treasures locked away during times of war and invasion. But recently, these cellars were opened, and what was found inside has sent shockwaves through scholars, theologians, and believers across the world. Inside lay dozens of religious icons, their colors preserved by the cold,
I'll find the lid for
untouched by the
this.
modern hand.
A little
These were
blur
not the
right now with a
familiar
little
images
buzz.
of Jesus and
I'll
Mary that
find
we
lid for
see in
that, but I
Western
want to keep
churches
that
and
bottle.
Renaissance galleries. These were different.
You're gonna
They
keep that
showed
bottle
Christ
for.
Yeah, I
with dark
washed it out to
skin,
keep
deep
it.
as polished bronze, and tightly
There's not
curled
no
hair
clean
that
bottles around here,
resembled
but
wool.
roaches crawling and shit.
Mary, too, was portrayed with the same dark complexion, her eyes wide, profound, and alive with an ancient tenderness. Angels, saints, and martyrs. Every figure painted in these sacred panels shared the same African features.
It's almost
These were
that
never
time,
meant to
people.
see the light of day. The words
We're gonna
came
ride
from one
out,
of the
people.
historians present during the discovery. According to records,
We
the
about to
vaults
get
have
our
been
ride
sealed since
on.
the 15th century, during a time of Mongol invasions and internal religious upheaval. Russian
I am
Orthodox
ready
monks,
to.
fearing that their sacred icons might be
I'm ready
stolen
like a
or
motherfucker.
destroyed, hid them deep underground. For nearly 600
Are you
years,
ready?
they remained untouched, silent witnesses to a truth that would one day demand to be told. Why is this discovery so striking? Because it challenges the image of Jesus that has dominated Western culture for centuries. We have been shown a Messiah who looks more European than Middle Eastern, let alone African. Yet the scriptures themselves hint at a different appearance. The book of Revelation describes the Son of Man as having hair like wool and feet like burnished bronze, as if refined in a furnace. Revelation 1:14-15. This description alone points to features far removed from the pale-skinned, golden-haired images that became the Western standard. To understand why these Russian icons look so different, we must step back into history. Russia's early Christian tradition, rooted in the Eastern Orthodox faith, developed independently of Rome for much of its formative years. Unlike the Catholic Church, which was heavily influenced by European politics, the Russian Orthodox Church preserved certain traditions and iconographies that reflected a closer connection to the ancient Near Eastern and African Christian communities.
Really?
During the Middle Ages, Russia's geographic and cultural isolation, exacerbated by the Mongol invasions, meant that it did not fully absorb the Renaissance ideals and the whitewashed images of Christ that swept through Western Europe. In fact, some scholars argue that the Black Christ imagery found in Russia today may represent a much older tradition, possibly linked to early Coptic Christianity in Egypt or the Ethiopian Orthodox Church, both of which have always depicted Jesus with African features. The twist is not merely that these paintings exist, but that they have been hidden for so long. It raises
That's
a question:
messed up. They
how many
hide
other
it
treasures
like
of
that.
Christian history remain buried, waiting to be uncovered?
How many of y'all ever took a trip
One theory suggests that as Western
to 17 different
cultural
states?
dominance, especially during the colonial and imperial expansions of Europe, the image of a white Jesus became not only standard, but politically advantageous. It was easier for colonial powers to justify their rule.
How many of you been with your girl
slavery,
16
The
years?
savior of the world looked time, the darker, more
and
historically
took her to
accurate
17
depictions of
different
Christ were
states.
pushed aside, relegated to
All because
obscurity
she
or
said she
outright
wanted to
erased.
see
Russia, however,
see
remains somewhat
the United
outside this
States.
narrative. While not untouched by European influence, the Russian Orthodox Church was less invested in the racial politics of Western empires. This is why the discovery of these icons feels so authentic, so unfiltered by later centuries of political and racial manipulation. Standing before
It's
these
a whole lot
paintings
better
is
in here.
like staring through a window into the
Is it
14th
warm enough?
century,
If not,
a
I'll go
world
put
where
it
Oh,
back
it's
in.
cool.
raw, unpolished, and
It's
closer
3
to its
times I did
roots.
it.
You can see the brush strokes
So
of
you're
the
supposed to be
ocean
doing
on the wood panels,
on 2
the
minutes.
pigments made from minerals
Oh,
and
okay.
plants,
I
the
did it
gold
3
blue
times, so that
silk
30
glimmering
seconds,
under
so I did a
centuries
minute and
of
a half.
dust. There is no
I
doubt
just
that
didn't
these
want to
were
make it too
holy
hot.
objects meant not to flatter kings or popes,
That's
but
the way
to
I want
honor
it
the
hot.
divine truth
What's
of
the wrong
Yeah,
with
I
this
know. I like
side?
it hot too.
Should I have
I've
some
been drinking a
whiskey?
lot more coffee at work. You
Why
understand
these
why I don't drink
images
coffee
hit
here and I drink at work.
Some historians believe that during the
I made a
centuries
pot
of
of
power
coffee in there.
struggles between Orthodox
I'll be
Christianity
drinking more
and
since
Catholic Rome,
It's
these
cold.
I know
depictions
I'm
might have been
good and
considered too
have a home
controversial, too
because
different
I
from the
wouldn't be able to
mainstream
make it.
image
I'd
being
die
promoted
out there.
elsewhere.
I had to stay
You
Others
good
outside.
here,
I'd die.
dude?
hidden to
Huh?
protect them from
You
destruction
good
from
here?
wars
Thank
and
you.
invasions.
You know, with
Regardless
these
of the
little
reason
hours,
they're
I'm trying my
resurfacing
best.
today feels like more than a historical
What you
event.
think about
It
Donald
feels like a
Trump?
revelation.
I wanted
A
him.
truth long
I wanted
buried
him
now
as
rising
president,
to
but now I'm
challenge
kind
the
of
narratives
scared
we have
because I think
inherited.
he's going to try to
Imagine for a
play
moment if
God,
the face of Jesus that
and
we've known
I
for
think he's going to get
centuries is not the
assassinated.
face that
I
early
really do.
Christians saw.
You think
What
he's
else
trying to
about
play
our
God? You
understanding
think he's
of
gonna
history
try to play
Yep,
God?
need to be
he's already trying to
reconsidered?
play God
What
because
stories
he's
have we
already
accepted as
said
unshakable truth
something
when in
about
reality
this
they
was
were
about a
shaped by
year
the
or 2 years
powerful
ago,
hands
but I
of
remember him
empires and
doing something about
politics?
like
The sellers of
saying
Russia
something
have
about
given
God,
us
but
more than
no,
just
I'm kind of
paintings.
worried about
They've
him
given us
because I think he might be
questions that are
close to the
uncomfortable,
last
even
president.
dangerous, because they ask us
He
to
wants
confront
to
the
be the
possibility that history is not
break
what we
break the
thought.
thing and say
this
that
is
he
just
wants
the
to be the
beginning.
third president. I
These
don't think he's going
paintings
to do
are
it.
not
I think they're going to
isolated
kill him
I'm not
relics.
for
They are pieces
Well,
of a
they
You
much
think
larger
they gonna kill him before he
puzzle
become
that stretches from the
a
desert
third
He will
term
get
president?
assassinated.
highlands of
I really do.
Ethiopia, from the catacombs of Rome to the palaces of
You
I'm
think
not
he
much
really
in
trying to?
politics, but I
You
really do
really
think
think he's gonna try to?
might still be
I think so
waiting
too.
to
I think he's setting up
In
his
the next
right
deeper
now.
into the story, into the deliberate white
he's dangerous.
and
He's
how this
dangerous.
transformation
Wow, the
reveals
FBI
the
and
God.
the
But before
ICE
these paintings
raided
were never
the
meant to
Georgia
be
judge
read.
office.
Part 2.
21 dirty cops and 2 tons of and two,
This wasn't corruption.
and 2 tons of
Lies are not the product of historical reality, but of power politics.
what
And
they
art.
say 2 tons of
Carefully
what?
crafted during the
2 tons of
European
drugs
Renaissance period when the
exposed.
church and the ruling class were intertwined in
From the outside, it was rotted from within, signed, sealed, and protected by a man in robes. Don't leave. What comes next is the part they tried to bury. And if you believe justice must be on the side of the people, like this video.
Welcome back. The Trump administration, in a memo to Congress yesterday, said that the U.S. now is engaged in a formal, quote, armed conflict with terrorist drug cartels.
At 5:42 a.m., the streets of Compton, Georgia, are so quiet, the kind of quiet that hides the storm. The lights flickered once, and boots hit the floor. FBI and ICE tactical teams through Judge Marcus Hale's home like a shadow cutting through glass. No shouts, no warnings, only the sound of precision, the weight of men who already knew what they were about to find. A steel door broke under the battering ram. The echo rolled through the house like thunder. Family photos hung crooked on the walls. A smiling man beside the flag he'd sworn to defend. But trust. Behind the false wall, agents uncovered 20 pounds of
Heroin.
stacked like warehouse stock.
Hold up,
In a safe.
man. In the judge office.
Cash. The basement was
Hold up.
tactical
Yeah, I
rifles.
drink whiskey while they send you to life.
Of Cobb
They got
County,
their bottle of
Georgia,
whiskey down there for
quiet.
these
The kind
sheriff.
of quiet that
Really?
hides the
Yeah.
storm. The hallway
You got it
lights
from the
flickered
shell.
once, then boots hit the
They
floor.
take it in their drawer after they send you to life. They take that bottle of whiskey, take their big old sip and everything, and send you to life.
No shouts, no warnings, only the sound of precision.
Judges do that
Weight of
shit.
men who already knew what they were about to find.
They do that at
You're how old?
they do that at the restaurants too. I mean at the
A smiling man beside the flag flag he'd sworn to defend. But trust
At the
had
what
already
you call it
behind
too.
that wall. Agents uncovered 20 pounds of heroin stamped in house stock in a safe, $2.4 million in sealed cash. The basement was filled with tactical rifles and handguns. The real betrayal wasn't the drugs or the guns. Unlocked phones. Investigators found encrypted messages with Tendagua, a Venezuelan cartel figure feared even by his own men. Their conversations discussed shipment schedules, law enforcement delay strategies, and court rulings timed to open safe corridors for narcotics. This wasn't corruption. This was loyalty to the cartel against his own country. About how deep power can hide rot. Comment I see. If you understand that corruption doesn't start in the streets, it starts in the system. The deeper agents dug, the more the veneer of respectability crumbled. Judge Marcus Hale wasn't pressured by the cartel. He was part of it. He didn't just open doors, he built them. Financial analysts traced $41.7 million over 6 years. Money laundered through 47 shell corporations in Delaware, Panama, and Curacao.
Wow.
These companies had no employees, no products, no operations.
Hold up, they got caught doing that shit.
Mm-hmm. And then they
And
sent
then-
your ass to life in prison.
And
for
then-
things you did.
And then they want to cut off food stamps, and they got tons of all that
That's
shit.
why I don't apply for that horse shit, because I'm anti-government. And by the time I apply for that, see, right now I can't get nothing done with my doctor, primary doctor, nothing, because the government shut down.
Yeah, I know the government shut the fuck down, man.
Yeah,
Me too.
you know.
I don't the way they fucking with me, because
That's
I
your
works.
food.
I ain't messed up about
Hard
the.
for what you
I
live for.
ain't messed up about the food. I ain't messed up about the food because I work. You know, I can buy me some food, but the food is getting too damn high to buy.
Man, shit.
It almost cost you a motherfucker arm and leg to get a meal for you.
$14 to get a
One person
all you
meal.
can eat over at the buffet.
Yeah, and that's without a drink.
Yeah,
Because like
I
it's like
drink water. I was
Yeah,
respectful.
and
I
it
didn't order
was
no tea.
and it was like fucked up.
I'm respectful when people take me out. I just order water.
That's what I do.
I'm not paying for it.
I just get water. That's
Mhm.
even
I'm
when
not
I
paying
take
for
my
it.
girl my girl
And
out.
if I'm paying for it, I'll buy it.
I don't now when I take my girl out, I know she want to drink a soda pop. I drink water. And I wish she would drink something else other than Dr. Pepper. Then I can sip out of hers, and we can both drink soda and water with our meal. But she drank Dr. Pepper, and she know I don't drink Dr. Pepper, and she know I ain't never got no drink when I go out to eat, cause I know she want to drink. I'm off of work 2 weeks.
One of the most telling aspects
2 weeks, and then I go back to work.
Seamlessly, the image of white Jesus became tied
You
to
off
Western
for 2
power
weeks?
Yeah, and he gave me a raise. He said when I come back, I get a raise.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Shit, that's very awesome. You go on vacation, 2 week vacation, come back, get a raise.
Heck yeah.
And the raise is, how much you think he gonna give me a raise? How much you think doing landscape?
10.
No, how much you think? No, I make a day.
I don't know, because I don't know about that kind of work. I mean, I know it's hard.
How much
work.
you think he gonna pay me a day? Put it like that.
What are you gonna pay now?
I can't tell you if I'm telling you to take a guess.
$100 a day?
Well, shit, I love if he give me $150
I
a
don't
day.
know how much landscaping is. I know it's good.
It's
money.
hard. It's good money, real
I
good
know
money.
it is, and I couldn't do it. I mean, I wanted to work one day with you, but I probably last maybe 30 minutes.
Yeah, you probably. I can show you some. I can show you some shit that I did.
I know you did. That's why I said I probably last 30 minutes. 125, 128 pound guy can't do much.
You can do a lot.
I wanted to.
Do a lot, but it just it all depends on the job we're doing. Like we do
everything else doing. He's doing electrician, but he's not into the parts where you're going to get shocked or anything. He's into the learning part of it.
Yeah,
He's going to school for it too.
Is he?
Yeah, he's going to college. I mean, he's taking schooling for it. I don't know about college, but he's taking schooling for it, and they're paying him for it too. I'm like, huh? I said, they're paying you for that? He said, yeah.
Hair like wool doesn't describe color alone. It evokes texture.
So he's learning quick early.
Characteristics.
His first job.
Yeah. He said if when I go on vacation, if I come back, he gonna give me $200 a day.
That's awesome. That's good.
Well, they good. Not without I get it raised up so I can see.
Daniel 10:6, a similar description appears.
You good?
But no, that's awesome.
Shit, that's
You told me that because you know that just makes me feel good.
shit. I don't think he gonna do that. He done lied to me too many times.
A glowing, radiant, but unmistakably darker tone. Yet throughout history,
But it gotta be good on this trip. I hate Donald Trump doing y'all like that. Taking the food stamps away from them. I think them people gonna do when they find out they ain't gonna have no Thanksgiving. They ain't gonna have them food stamps for Thanksgiving.
No. That was my goal in life, was to help these kind of people out. If I could have a big, you know, nice to help some people that really wants Thanksgiving.
Yeah, everybody is shit, man. Christmas.
Africa had long been influenced by African migrations and
I guess
it's gonna be the best Thanksgiving, best Christmas I ever had.
I gotta get that.
That was my mission before I passed, is to help people.
Really?
Yes.
Everybody mission to help people.
And I want to help people eat. I want to help people to have a warm place to live.
Moses led the Hebrews out of slavery in Egypt, a
But I
land of
don't like these.
dark-skinned
I hate
people.
these.
Zipporah, the wife of Moses,
How you spell Thanksgiving?
as a Cushite woman. Numbers 12:1. Cush being an ancient term referring to Nubia or modern-day Sudan. Even in the New Testament, we find references to African believers. Simon of Cyrene, who carried Jesus' cross, was from North Africa. These cultural and genealogical connections paint a very different picture of early Israel than the one popularized in European art. The Israel of the Bible was not an
that's show it right there, Robbie. You right.
But a dynamic, multi-ethnic community.
Yeah, I can spell. I just gotta think.
Shit, I gotta think too. My brain ain't far behind either.
16 stitches in my head.
Shit, I ain't never had no stitches, but I done had concussions, and they damn near broke my neck in football.
1/8 inch away, I've been gone. The doctor looked at me and said, "You're a lucky one." I said, "No, I am blessed." He didn't like that too well.
He didn't like when you said you are blessed.
I pointed my finger up to the air and I said, "Yep." He saved me. He didn't like that too well.
Yeah, I know. I bet you he didn't. I bet you he didn't like that.
I got flipped up in the air. I told him at the hospital, I said, the angels helped me out. I didn't get hurt that bad. They kind of looked at me stupid.
Oh, they don't believe in all that.
No, they don't.
A lot of people don't believe in
the
the power.
You get hit by a car and get flipped in the air and you don't have no injuries. I say, because that's God.
You just said that the power of God.
That's God.
He was with me that night.
That motherfucker came toward me. I knew this day was going to come, and I was just getting ready to cross the street to go to the dollar store and Anita was sick, and I was just getting ready to cross the street, and I got in the middle of the street, going to the dollar store, and not much. Flipped up in the air. When I flipped up in the air, I came down my face on his
windshield.
I go to I crawled. The car was coming toward me. I crawled I mean, all evidence. He was an enemy. And I forgave him right then and there. I don't know why people like today. I forgave him. Yeah. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. They were dead worse than he's right now. The difference, literally, he, he saw me. He did it.
Really?
And I forgave him.
Yeah, you. Man, that's a miracle. You're fucking alive right now.
No, I mean the hospital said in there. Then just yeah, I'm hungry. Yeah, I'm going for all this. Yeah, I get my is it right?
Ancient monasteries, the walls, images of saints and prophets preserved for centuries work as both worship and from
Son said 23. My eyes kind of lit up a little bit, and I said, "Yeah, I wish I would kind of stay with my dad. He's a preacher, and a little bit longer. I said I left home when I was 17 and a half. He walks like a Christian kid.
Really?
His son does, yeah. And he goes across seas, goes to Africa, and does missionary work, and still come back alive. You know how dangerous it is to ride these planes, go across seas and shit, and come back alive with the mission trip?
Yeah,
That's dangerous.
it's dangerous.
I would love to go down back alive.
You think they'll let you come back alive?
You have to come with
Man, if it dealing with fine, I ain't going. I'm finna build up my courage to get on the boat.
you. I, I'm scared to play. Get on the plane. It'd be our luck. Get on so that it's be our luck. E, you ready to get it? Here we go. I don't worry about nobody taking us out. We're together.
In fact, some of these books offer profound
Yep.
fallen angels and absent. Why
What would you do? This is true. This is what you do.
some
What's that always yes, and you acted like a man. You had to do. There's two bears and one would beat them down and put a class with them
I would tell them, give me my damn beers. Go buy you some beers. If I can struggle to get some beers, you can struggle to get some beers too.
No, he's trying to rob me. He said, I don't care about your gun. He didn't did see something close. I don't care about
Really?
I like a little man. We're not acting. I said, I'll hurt you. I'll hurt you. And he started crying after he took my two beers.
Really?
And I'm like, That's what John said. And I believe him. You would have with the Holy Spirit.
But
But I didn't have that.
anybody wonder what the hell,
I
hell
told
out
the
of
GM. I told the DM this story. She knows that. She knows me that dope addict and all that. Get off the shit.
Mhm.
I told her. I said, you know, Sasha, I said, if I would have hit him with my pain or whatever real bad, going up to him, you okay? Are you okay? She just busted me flat. I said, I'm a pacifist. I don't like to speak.
What you know?
After he started crying, I laughed. I said, he was still crying when I was about across the street from that church to the other church. He was still there. I was like, that's the spirit of Christ. I mean, all he did was two words. And I mean, the third guy that said, well, he's natural ice. You know, wow, how I got robbed, how I got he could have been. When he was going to hit me in the head, and couldn't get up. Couldn't get up. He could have hurt my head. It was a true problem. It was nuts. It was crazy. You guys like each other.
True.
If I was stupid and trying to hurt because the good came up, he tried to run me in the spirit. He was a problem.
Yeah, true that. You couldn't.
He just that's what
Mhm.
Preaching more about faith. Faith is hard to live with. You don't know what's going to happen.
You don't know what's gonna happen. People are on one right now, and then they can really gonna be on one when they find out they ain't gonna have no they ain't gonna have no food stamp for Thanksgiving.
Mhm.
Well, what my friends, a couple of my friends I know in New York got theirs. They got almost $500.
They get greedy and hold all the money. You can't do that. You got to help.
Yeah.
We're not going to take our money to heaven. We're not going to take it to heaven. We're not going to take wrong to
The time where it's supposed to be, it's coming to the time where you're supposed to.
Part of the beast comes about.
Yeah, it's head up now.
It's sneak up. It's sneak up fast.
Yeah,
Your pennies are going to be gone. Pennies are going to be gone within.
some places they already gone.
We're giving notices from the walls and fast food things. All coins and things. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
giving notices on the church up there. Things
Yeah.
are changing. I think the rapture will happen before the but
You think it's coming?
yeah, it's going to be right. It's going to be when warriors like death and I'll be gone, or whoever. We're at the end times, and people think that we're going to go to tribulation. I really do.
Traditions, customary laws that closely resemble those of the Old Testament. Genetic studies have found links between Beta and Semitic of the Middle East, so of Israelite origin. Ethiopia
I didn't start changing until after it's years now, and I still can't. And I
is their origin.
trying
How long you say you let her husband die? And then the husband died, and you said it take a year. You still what?
Still going very.
You still what though?
Doing them still alive. And usually after the second year, after that, it's all right.
Hours when colonizing Africa.
24 years. That's the people I had a beautiful black woman.
Look at what Van's talking about.
Archaeology also supports this narrative. In the Malian cultural exchange between brought to their land by Africa. Why is this tree buried? Because it is often by Western idea that African tribes descendants of the Israelites did not fit into the colonial worldview. Recognizing this truth would have undermined the race by slavery and imperialism. But the people come together again. Modern scholarship is the forgotten tribes, certain that link Africa to the biblical narrative. And as this knowledge spreads, it challenges centuries.
Do you think he deserve all that?
But he's taking pride of it.
Look, they talking about space now. They finna try to hold the space down. They running for the space.
That story traveled, endured, and survived across continents, even in the face of the conquest. World. Israelites, their appearance, and their descendants.
Man, look how many pray that's telling them things. Man, in the dead about 15, 20 minutes of everybody saying thank you, Mr. President, for doing this here. And boy, inflation's just up. Everything is up. Ain't nothing going down. What's up, Black Olympian? What's up? What's up? Yeah, we plan on having a good turkey day this year.
Gonna be the best one ever. Feed people that are hungry. Feed people that are hungry.
Yeah, these motherfuckers gonna be hungry, Robbie. These motherfuckers gonna be hungry. They can't smoke on a $25 cigar. That's 25. This is $25 cigar. I didn't let you hit it the other night.
Yeah,
I did. That motherfucker.
That's why I said, damn.
That's $25. That's $25. That's $25, Robert. You want to hear it?
That's why I said, damn, because you still have it. I let it be gone.
No, you don't smoke a $25 cigar like that.
You don't.
Look like somebody smoked some, but we didn't smoke it all the way down there, Robbie. We had put it out. Really probably hit that $25 cigar. $25. That's the racetrack, man.
At least you still have it. At least you still have it. You don't come back here when you're not back here.
Yeah, that's $25 cigar. I wonder if you motherfuckers gotta get a chance to eat them some turkey. I wonder if they gonna get a chance to eat them some turkey. But that's $25 cigar, you fucking all right. I can't nobody say he never smoked a $25 cigar. If they say I smoked me a cigar that cost $5, well that ain't nothing. I smoked
$25.
I smoked the one that was a $25 cigar, and it tasted good. It wasn't strong either. I have to put that motherfucker back out. That's a $25 cigar. I'm gonna let you roll the joint. You can, let me see if you're gonna be able to roll the joint.
We'll go with it. All right.
And they say when you're traveling, you gotta look out for these little stores. You gotta look out for these little stores because they got these little machines. They got these little machines that getting your credit card number. Don't use your credit card in them little. If it don't look right, don't do it. Cause Trump fixing it where motherfuckers setting up shit and then the motherfucker that got the money still stealing from the motherfucker that ain't got the money, that trying to get the money, credit and the credit debt, and you take that from them, you gonna get fucked off when they catch you, cause they gonna get pain and suffering. They gonna get you for everything they did, and they was already in debt. They gonna make you come help them get out of debt. Watch to see these motherfuckers that's in debt. If they were smart, they'll go in there and let them motherfuckers, go on it, get my card. I'm gonna sue your ass though. You gonna help me get out of debt? Watch, do it. I bet you the motherfucker won't mess with your card. I bet you the motherfucker won't mess with your card. They won't steal your credit information then no more, will they? I'm telling you, boy, a lot of shit is happening. Starting to happen, man. I don't like the shit that's going on. Donald Trump is really. Donald Trump is a motherfucker, though. I'm gonna tell you that now. Church has acted perhaps unintentionally as a guardian of an alternate vision of faith. Its monasteries, often located in remote forests or icy mountains, preserve not only manuscripts but also. I don't like the shit that he's getting ready to do, though. Of the early church. Well, yeah, honey, we got to hit the highway. They touch on culture, race, and identity. She must think it's for centuries the right there. Christ was used to justify colonialism, slavery, and the subjugation of non-European peoples. The rediscovery of these darker depictions offering a vision of faith that is inclusive and historically grounded. Imagine the emotional impact on believers around the world, especially those of Africa. Man, think about it. If I'm gonna take it, we already grab it. Get it twisted. Ooh, yeah. And you feel the man. Yeah, it's like the brothers of the old. Go out there out of control. Take everything got the problem solved. Take that Thanksgiving that you know. You still got pumpkins everywhere. Over there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Take that chocolate Halloween candy, melt it down, all and build you a cake and a cookie or two. And that's what you got to do. Whoa, whoa. You're supposed to do that. Some of that paper. That paper right there, you got to add on the plate. You go to the paper. That paper in there. Yeah, you see it. We're going in there. Hello.
Good morning. This is Summit Dental. This is Elton.
Yes, this is he.
Okay, we're just calling to confirm your appointment with us tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock.
But ma'am, they told me I had to wait till I get my insurance to cover my dental.
Yeah, because your ambetter is just health only.
Yes, ma'am, and they spoke.
Out of pocket, it needs $226.
Yes, ma'am, and I can't go with that right now. And
I understand.
my appointment for to get my dental back on my ambetter is this month as well.
Okay, so do you want me to just cancel that for now, and then you can call us back?
Yes, ma'am.
When you get dental coverage added
Yes,
to that?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Just call.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, and you have a blessed
You're
morning.
welcome. You too.
All righty.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Abandoning one's culture, name, and sense of self. But here's the twist.
My style is everlasting.
Value of this truth.
Okay, now
In the century,
got a hole in it
two
somewhere right
questions
there.
strike as deeply as this: the true face of Christ. For millions, the answer has been quietly conditioned by stained glass windows, Renaissance art, and centuries of religious instruction. But now, as evidence surfaces, stories are reclaimed and suppressed. Truth.
Yeah, that's not what Donald Trump is doing, though. I don't like what he's doing. Tell you the truth, he is doing something that ain't right, man. It's going. I think he really setting up something else.
Because divinity has never depended on skin tone. God took on foundations of our years.
Go check and see that. That might be Billy.
It reorients the understanding of Imago Dei,
Might be
the
Billy.
idea that we are all made in the image of God. If we are all reflections of the ethnicity,
It's gonna be a lovely day.
the subconscious message is clear.
It's gonna be a lovely
That
day.
whether intended or not, it's accurate Jesus
We're
repairs
about to
mortal hearts,
travel
repairs
anyway.
theology itself. It teaches that God does not conform to human, that Christ came not to reinforce empire, but the marginalized, the poor, the oppressed. And this matters because how we see Jesus shapes how we understand justice and our own work. Consider this: when enslaved Africa sang spirituals about Moses and the Exodus, they were not merely rehearsing ancient stories. They were identifying themselves with God, oppressed people, believing in faith.
Y'all, they got some fake weed coming out. They are. Oh, I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. You better not mess with that Delta 8. But now you can. It's all good now.
Revelation speaks of hair like wool and feet like bronze.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Polished perfection. They are images of reality, earthy, human, powerful. It is no coincidence that those who have historically suffered most have often seen Jesus most clearly not as a symbol of dominance, but as a companion.
I wonder if
when the face of Christ is allowed to be what it truly was, brown, Semitic, possibly dark, certainly European, it brings him closer to those the world has pushed to the margins. This isn't about erasing the European contributions to Christianity. European believers, saints, and scholars have played vital roles in the faith. But it's about telling the whole story, acknowledging that the center of the Christian faith began not in Rome or London, but in Judea.
Countdown. Well, I don't know where that girl is. She needs to come on because this is a long trip.
Arms of a Jewish mother under Roman occupation. The face of Christ matters because it shapes the faces we choose to love, defend, and uplift. And this is where theology meets justice. A whitewashed Jesus served the interests of empire, but a true-to-history Jesus empowers the broken, restores dignity, and unites the global church.
Be too damn high to drive in a minute, Robbie.
Do what?
I'm be too high to drive.
I know. You have to wait till tomorrow.
It is an opportunity to embrace a
I'm
God
ready to go
who
get this
stepped
shit
into our
over
world
with.
not to look like royalty, but to redeem the rejected. It invites us to ask, who do we follow? A Christ made in the image of empire, or
I
a
couldn't
Christ
do it.
born
No,
into
I was
the
this
wilderness?
high. I couldn't
In the
drive.
next part of our journey, we'll
You
witness
been
how this
No, I'll
awakening
probably
is
run into
sparking
the
a
first pole I
global
see.
movement.
Boom.
From sellers to Harlem's pulpits,
I think y'all better let them damn food stamps go.
People are reclaiming
It's
their sacred
sad.
identity.
I mean, this
The
is
truth
really
is
bad for
rising,
people.
and with it,
They've
the
been
face
living
of
on this for a
Messiah who
minute.
looks like the world
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Part 9,
when
the global awakening.
CSO did me
Across
wrong,
continents
and
cultures,
I got him
something
for
extraordinary
discrimination.
is happening.
Amber,
From the streets
she
of
did that for
Harlem
me.
to the hills
Marco,
of
remember
Jamaica,
Marco
from
and
the
Amber?
marketplaces of
Marco's
Ghana
dead.
to the churches of
You know that, right?
Johannesburg. A
Who?
spiritual
Marco?
awakening is stirring.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
It's
Marco's
not
dead.
led by a single
He died of cancer.
denomination or a
When?
charismatic preacher.
Not
It is
too
a
long ago.
grassroots movement fueled by one powerful
He dead.
revelation. The image of Christ we inherited may
The
not reflect the truth.
mother
From
of
Harlem
the
to
motel that
Johannesburg,
Nita was living
believers
rat
are
infested.
awakening
We
to
had
a
the rat
stolen
nest underneath
identity.
our kitchen.
This awakening is not about abandoning faith. It is about reclaiming it. For centuries,
Well, anyway, the
colonized
owner,
peoples were taught to
what's
view
his name?
Jesus through the eyes of empire.
His wife.
They were given
She
a
died.
sanitized European
Marco's dead.
image of the Messiah
He's still
that
alive.
aligned with the aesthetics and political interests of Western powers. But now, as buried histories are unearthed and ancient truths resurface,
Yeah, I was
communities
shocked when I
across the
found out
world are
Marco was dead.
rediscovering the image of a
I
Christ
went up.
who looks more like
Marco
them, but
loans me like
Jesus,
$20
with
here and
skin
there.
like bronze and
Really?
hair like wool.
And
Church,
and I
this
went up there
revelation
and I
is
thought it was
shaking
Marco. I said, Marco,
foundations.
His
For
brother.
generations, black
He
believers
said,
in
"I'm
the
not Marco,
US
but I'm his
worshiped
brother."
Christ, who artistically
said,
and
"Well,"
culturally
he
looked
said, "Marco
nothing
around?
like their
He
enslaved
dead."
ancestors.
What?
While their faith
What?
was powerful,
And
the
I
imagery
said, "Well, what
surrounding it was
happened?"
alien,
He said, "He
sometimes
died of
even
cancer."
weaponized. But
Oh,
today,
shit.
black
So now
pastors,
the
artists, and
mother's dead.
theologians, and
He's
returning
dead.
to the roots of biblical
He's
history to
and
depict
waited
Christ
for me
with
to look
African
up that
features.
pipe and throw me
Now
out
embrace
and
the
me
idea
to
of
stay there.
Jesus as a
But
man
we
of
had a
color
rat
who
nest underneath
identifies
our
with the oppressed.
kitchen when they tore that
This
motel
shift
down.
is healing spiritual wounds that
Everybody
have
else
lasted
had pipes,
generations.
meth
In the
pipes,
Caribbean,
and all that.
especially among
They found
Rastafarian
nothing but
communities, the idea of
paraphernalia,
a black Messiah has
marijuana,
long
and
been
stuff like that,
central.
and a rat
The
nest.
belief that the biblical
We were
Israelites
bread
and
and
their
I was getting
descendants
bread.
are scattered among
5 o'clock every night they come and
what
eat.
was once dismissed as theology is now being re-examined with serious academic and historical interest. Across the African continent, communities are also working to reclaim their place in the biblical story. In Ethiopia,
They say Africa is split in half in two. Let me show you.
Africa's what?
Splitting in two.
Laws passed down for generations. They were not taught by missionaries. They were not converted.
That's where the church goes to. They go to Africa.
Genetic studies now confirm what they always knew: they carry the bloodline of ancient Israel. In southern Africa, the Limba people tell a similar story. Their oral traditions claim that their ancestors came from the Middle East, bringing with them a sacred ark and priestly rituals.
Okay.
DNA research has shown that their priests share genetic markers.
I don't get food stamp. You don't get food stamp, Black Olympia. You better get them. It's time to go. Look.
Tradition and modern science is not coincidence. It's a map of forgotten truth drawn by centuries of resilience and memory.
Nah, that sound like Denise. Oh, is it cold out there?
Amsterdam, immigrant reading scripture with
Can't believe, right? You know, you all this year was I told you, I said, before first with me, I said, it's gonna be everything. He said, I'm gonna get to it. $100 a car. Yeah, very well. From California. He said
Unexpected visit to a billionaire
he's gonna
with
kill me.
features strikingly similar to Elon Musk rocket owner, neural implant advocate, and a peculiar way of speaking. The character's name, Elon Tusk. Voice and behavior clearly reveal who he's meant to represent. Futuristic car,
I'm
completely
surprised I remembered
silent,
his
with
name.
doors that
God
open
bless.
upward. In the episode,
Very well.
he invites the residents of Springfield to test a thought chip, a tiny capsule implanted into the brain. Homer agrees. The next day, he's seen changing television channels with his mind. It seems fun until everything changes. Lisa starts noticing that Homer begins repeating phrases. We think for you. The same Bible verse says, no one could buy or sell unless they had the mark on their hand. The camera pans across Springfield, everyone walking in single
You know
file,
when he
bandages
literally
on their
had that
heads,
big old
blank
sword in that
expressions in
bank
their
before they tore that motel down?
Simpson showed the mark of the beast,
Chamber of
and the
Commerce.
man behind it looks a lot like
They
Elon
could have
Musk.
closed those doors
In a 2009
and had
episode,
cops
Homer
come,
receives an unexpected
and
visit,
he would
an
have been
eccentric
arrested with that
billionaire
big old
with
sword.
features strikingly
And I had
similar
a
to
toy
Elon
fire.
Musk. Neural
Cargo
implant
to Barry
advocate
Wells,
and a
and
peculiar
then my
way of
big
speaking.
cargo to
The character's
Brian
name,
Acid.
Elon Tusk, yes, with a T,
I turned
but his
over to Barry
appearance,
Wells.
voice, and behavior
$3,200
clearly
I had to
reveal
go
who
live
he's
with him.
meant to represent.
So I could
He
pay off my
arrives in a
money.
futuristic
He
car,
took my check
completely
every 2
silent,
weeks.
with doors. In the episode,
Gave
he
me
invites
dope,
the residents of
green, and a little
Springfield
bit
to
of
test
cash.
a thought chip, a time capsule implanted into the brain.
They
Homer
wanted me to
agrees.
go rob
The
and
next day,
hurt and
he's seen
kill
changing
people, and I
television
wouldn't do it.
channels with
They
his
said, well, you
mind.
don't
It
get no
seems
shit
fun
when you get
until
back home.
everything changes.
I said, I got my
Lisa
shit.
starts noticing.
Really? They wanted you to do that?
They wanted me to do that, and I wouldn't
We
do
think
it.
for you.
You
The
wasn't
same Bible
supposed to do
verse says,
nothing like
and no one
that.
could buy or
I
sell
wouldn't do it.
unless they had the mark
They said,
on
you
their
don't
hand. Across
when you get
Springfield,
back. I
everyone
said, that's
walking in
fine.
single
My
in their
drinking.
eyes.
I don't do all that.
The Simpsons showed that behind it looks a lot like Elon Musk.
You won't get a white man. I have not cared about that white man.
Visit an eccentric billionaire
Without doing no
with
crimes
features
like that.
strikingly similar to Elon Musk rocket owner, neural implant advocate, and a peculiar way of speaking.
I'm
His
paying
name, Elon
$3,200
Tusk, yes,
to get
with a
Brian
T,
off my
but
back.
his appearance, voice, and behavior clearly reveal who he's meant to represent. He arrives in a
I paid him. Beat up for it at the end. I paid him. Cops back when they gave me a courtesy ride home. They forget last courtesy ride they ever did. Don't give me a courtesy ride home no
It
more.
seems fun until everything changes. Lisa starts noticing that
You
Homer
see right
begins
there,
repeating
got my
phrases
bill
like, you
for
don't
the
need to
court
think,
down.
we think for
Right
you.
there.
The same Bible verse says,
Like a mother.
and no one could buy or sell
Wait for a
unless they
child
had
to come
the
out.
mark on their hand or their forehead. The camera pans across
Like,
Springfield,
here I am.
everyone walking in
Gonna be
single
called a
file,
snitch.
bandages on their
I'm
heads,
coming out of this
blank
street, man.
expressions in their eyes. Simpson showed the mark of the beast, and the man behind it looks a lot like Elon Musk. In a
I was all
2009
bloody and
episode,
beat up and
Homer
everything.
receives an unexpected visit, an eccentric billionaire with features strikingly similar to Elon Musk rocket owner, neural implant advocate, and a peculiar way of speaking. The character's name, Elon Tusk, yes, with a T, but his appearance, voice.
So you know you're gonna have to get a whip down. I said, I know.
He arrives in a
And when I
futuristic
got
open
real
upward.
high,
In
the
the
little
episode,
boy
he
next
invites the
door,
residents
he
to
was
tell the capsule implanted into the brain. Homer agrees. He's seen changing television channels with his mind. It seems fun
Really?
until everything changes.
alcohol down
Lisa
here.
starts noticing that Homer begins
A
repeating
Malvern,
phrases
a
like,
Malvern.
you don't need
And
the
that
same
one
Bible
right there.
verse says, and no one could buy or
Yeah.
Cop came walking up the steps one day. Larry and I were sitting on the steps.
Mhm.
Cop turned around, looked at Larry. Ah, so this is your line of business now.
their hand or their forehead.
That's how small
Walking in
this
single
town is.
file, bandages on their heads, blank expressions in their eyes. The Simpsons showed the mark of the beast, and the man behind it looks a lot like Elon Musk. In a 2009 episode, Homer receives an unexpected visit. With features strikingly similar to Elon Musk rocket owner, neural implant advocate, and a peculiar way of speaking. The character's name, Elon Tusk, yes, with a T, but his appearance, voice, and behavior clearly reveal who he's meant to represent. He arrives in a futuristic car, completely silent, with doors that open upward. In the episode, he invites the residents of Springfield to test a thought chip, a tiny capsule implanted into the brain. Homer agrees. The next day, he's seen changing television channels with his mind. It seems until everything changes. Lisa starts noticing that Homer begins repeating phrases like, you don't need to think, we think for you. The same Bible verse says, and no one could buy or sell unless they had the mark on their hand or their forehead. The camera pans across Springfield, everyone walking in single file, bandages on their heads,
How
blank
God
expressions in
took
their
your life
eyes.
for all that.
The Simpsons
took
showed
me
the
out
mark
by
of the
then.
beast, and the man behind it looks a lot like Elon
That's
Musk.
not good.
In a 2009 episode, Homer receives an unexpected visit, an eccentric billionaire with features strikingly similar to Elon Musk's neural implant advocate, and a peculiar way of speaking. The moment Eminem had President Obama in the crowd went crazy.
Yeah.
President Obama quoting his lyrics mid-speech, and the crowd went crazy. So I know you can get it, but I was feeling some kind of way following Eminem. And I know it's a pause sweat. These weeks,
Oh God! See what they do to me? Four to close Saturday, and I gotta get up and go back at 11 o'clock in the morning. Sunday morning. I'm not a kid no more. That's hard to do. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They have me 4 to close, and I gotta get up at 11 o'clock, and I gotta make a big bed. Yeah. I'm gonna get some sleep that night.
The moment, if you ever see a guy in a giant gorilla costume acting weird, areas, they're actually hard to breathe in. That's why there's a small hole in the oxygen. It lets oxygen flow inside. But here's the messed up part. Sometimes people spray perfume or weird smelling stuff near that hole as a prank, and the air inside turns unbearable. No wonder it starts going crazy. Imagine being stuck in there with that smell. If you ever see a guy in a giant gorilla costume acting weird, help him out. He's inflicting. If you want to destroy me,
Here's that one thing with that chicken. Is that yours or is that gone?
I have never hated
The what?
That chicken thing that's in the
from my
there's
You talk to me when you want something. Respond when I'm bored. I've accepted so many things that I will never accept again. You can leave my life whenever you want, but you won't
Go let me see.
I
I
haven't
can tell you.
changed.
Go get it, man. I
I
can
just
tell
opened
you.
my eyes to certain people. I trusted certain people too quickly. That was the only mistake I made. If you want to destroy me, aim well. Because if you miss me... The more you chase a woman, the faster you lose her. The more you treat a woman better than yourself, the more she thinks you don't love her, the easier it is for her to treat you like trash and dump you. With women, it's never about doing more for her. It's about her doing more for you. Relationships and marriages work better when the woman, 1, love the man more than the man loves her. 2, when the woman chases the man, while the man chases his purpose. Anything out of this formula, it's the game. You can't blame the players. Game. Women are just naturally built that way. The only time you should chase a woman is when you are wooing her. After she is accepted, you need to her and focus 70% on chasing your goals and becoming a better version of yourself. Any woman you are busy chasing will in turn end up chasing another man. That is not chasing her. Don't kill yourself. Focus all your energy on getting a better life for yourself. Be wise. Stay Putinized. The mission of Brave Mind is to inspire and improve lives. Join us on our journey by following the community with premium content. The more you chase a woman, the faster you lose. The more you treat a woman better than yourself, the more she thinks you don't deserve her. The more you love her, the easier it is.
There are a lot of things in life that people are so-called afraid of. But one of the things that I believe is not hearing the truth. To be so far gone that the truth doesn't even sound right. That I don't even realize the life I'm living is false. And many people can relate to this. And that's the sad thing, they don't even know it. See, every single day we have an opportunity to either accept the truth or reject it. to really see things from a greater lens instead of the one that we've created. Most of our lenses are very just smudged and foggy, and instead of actually wiping
Bill
them
ain't gonna
clean,
eat. I ain't gonna eat it. You
he'd
can
rather
eat
keep
it.
them
You what?
just smudged and
You
dirty.
can eat it.
There are a lot of things in life that people are so
You
afraid
usually
of.
don't eat your stuff after it's
But one
been
of the
sitting in there
things that I begin to fear
go to waste. But yeah, I'll eat it.
is not hearing the truth.
Well, they ain't been in there,
To be
but
so far gone that the truth doesn't even sound right. That I don't even realize the life I'm living is false. This 30% alcohol booze is sweeping the nation, and it can be made from table sugar with no special equipment. I'm going to show you how it's done,
I
so you
will
can
after I
avoid
drink
ever
this.
accidentally making it.
so you can make your own alcohol now.
From a gallon, and then you put in 1 lemon's worth of. In goes 2.5 pounds of sugar. The yeast turn it into alcohol, and so that's going to make this into about a 15% alcohol by volume wine made from sugar and water. To do that requires a champagne yeast. This is a yeast that can ferment up to like 18% alcohol, and that just goes right in. But the yeast are going to need some nutrient, and so 1 tablespoon of a nutrient called
They showed me how to do it
threr,
an old time ago, but I forget how
that
to
goes
do it
right
now.
on in there, and then just a rubber
May
glove
5th,
with a rubber band
1991,
goes over the
5
top,
cents
and a hole is punctured lock to keep bad bugs out,
always been a
but letting the
firebug.
carbon
Little kid, I would
after
stare
about a
at the
week,
fire.
all the sugar will be
I used
gone,
to
so
stare
this
at
will
it.
be
My
at
father said, "Why are you
15%
looking at the fire
alcohol,
like that?"
and then those
for?"
rapscallions
I said, "I
making
like
the
it."
stuff will just
Yeah.
and pop it into the fridge to cold
I
crack, drop
need a
out,
firebug.
and then that just goes into a separate water bottle. It's just poured off really, really delicately so all the yeast stays in the first another batch, and then all the air gets
I will
squeezed
take
out.
you up on that.
Freezer
I
for
need
3
something to
days
eat
to
after this.
freeze.
Otherwise, I'm gonna get sick.
So here's where it gets really
I'm getting
crazy.
the buzz off this
After
shit.
it has frozen,
I didn't know how
basically
when
the
I was gonna
alcohol
drink
doesn't
it.
freeze, but the water
Like I drank it
does.
this
So
morning.
if you flip it upside down, let it
Oh,
have
that,
ice
that's the first
stays
time I seen him
behind,
this morning.
and so
He'd
all you
curled
get
in that seat.
alcohol. And so what you get out is a drink that's about 30 to 35% alcohol, and all the water ice stays in that other bottle. You can just throw that out.
We gonna share that to food for thought.
Y'all college folks out there should not
That's
be
some
making this,
alcohol.
but it
That
is
was
kind of
just
fun
sugar,
to
water,
use
and lemon.
You're right about keeping you warm.
Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet.
So all
You
these
get
folks
real warm.
pea blossoms and let it sit for an hour. The color infuses, and purple is a much more appetizing color than yellow.
Scatter, he won't give
Then
up
that
his
gets
shooter.
strained off again.
He's got a
Turn it
warm
down.
house to live in.
You can see here how this would be indistinguishable from a
Scatter,
store
you got a heater in your
distilled
room,
spirit.
but you got a warm place to live in.
So my consuming this is that a shot, maybe 2 shots are poured over ice into a pint glass, and then a lemon lime soda is poured on top of this. This cocktail is called a grimace, and again, it is made from a distilled spirit called Purple Nurple that can be your freezer. Stay safe out there, folks. This 30% alcohol booze is sweeping the nation, and it can be made from table sugar with no how it's done, so you can avoid ever accidentally making it. Basically, you remove 1 quart of water from a gallon, and then you put in 1 lemon's worth of juice. Next in goes 2.5 pounds of sugar. The yeast are going to eat that sugar and turn it into alcohol, and so that's going to make this into about a 15% alcohol by volume wine made from sugar and water. To do that requires a champagne yeast. This is a yeast that can ferment up to like 18% alcohol, and that just goes. The yeast are going to need some nutrient, and so 1 tablespoon fermented O, you can Google that. That goes right on in there, and then rubber band goes over the top, and a hole is punctured in. Acts as an airlock to keep bad bugs out, but letting the carbon dioxide from fermentation escape. After about a week, all the sugar will be gone, so this will be at alcohol, and then those rapscallions making this stuff will just replace that rubber glove that came on the jug and pop it into the fridge to cold crash, which makes the yeast drop out, and then that just goes into a separate water bottle, poured off really, really delicately so all the yeast stays in the first jug. Man, that can be used to make another batch. And then all the air gets squeezed out, and that for 3 days to freeze. So here's where it gets really crazy. After it is frozen, basically the alcohol. So if you flip it upside down, what happens is all but the water ice stays behind, and so all you get out is alcohol. And so what you get out is a drink that's about 30 to 35% alcohol, and all the water ice stays in that other bottle. You can just throw that out. Technically, the government frowns on this, and that's why y'all college folks out there should not be making this. But it is kind of wild that folks are using science to make hard.
I didn't really want my hair this short.
You find in a truck stop parking lot, so a lot of folks will put pea blossoms into it in order to color it. So all these folks are doing is pouring it onto butterfly pea blossoms and letting it sit for an hour. The color infuses, and purple is a much more appetizing color than yellow. Then that gets strained off again into an empty liquor bottle. And you can see here how this would be spirit. So my that a shot, maybe 2 shots are poured over ice into a pint glass, and then a lemon lime soda is poured on top of this. This cocktail is called a grimace, and again, it is made from a distilled spirit called purple nurple. Stay safe out there, folks. This 30% alcohol is sweeping the nation, and it can be made from table sugar with no special equipment. I'm going to show you how it's done so you can avoid advertising.
We need to be associated with all these people. And yet, when you got countries that are trying to pigeonhole us against the world, if they do this,
Yeah, he keep winning, and he gonna win till it's all gone.
He's gonna push for that third.
Yes, too. I think he gonna push third election,
He's gonna be the first person that will be able to do it.
And you know, those people,
and he gonna get it done too.
If people can't refrain from, then that means they don't have the substitute.
If he helps us, and help us out, yeah, I'm all for it.
The only thing they know how to do is cuss because they haven't been abroad or they
I'm
haven't
not
been
even understanding
enough.
I'm not
in regular conversation to come about solutions and things of that nature.
But anyway, I had a little bit of that, what you gave me. I'm going to share with John and this with me, and I thank you for that food.
God bless you. Thank you, Anthony. You know how much that means to me to hear you say all that. I got a caller right behind you, so I'm going to take it. Thank you so much. Bye. What a call. Flojo, you know he was a good call, Flojo.
I got to
what's your name? Where you from?
Tomorrow. Yeah, food bank is tomorrow. And I got to figure out a way to get some food bank because I can't get too far up in debt. I got short paychecks.
Boca Florida. 29 hours is not very many hours.
Constitutional conservative.
Okay, all right. We want to talk about what did I say today that made you want to call?
But I never vote Democrat. Can I say that?
Yeah,
I stay at home before I vote. Before I vote for one of those idiots.
Yeah, I understand when you say Constitution. You know they don't believe.
You're not.
Yeah,
you're not around any sick people.
Made you want to, call this number 213-43739. What was it?
Out there, and I see some of the chat going on. People need to understand that nothing's free in this life.
Nothing's free.
And if you can't get that through your head, that nothing's free in your life. I mean, I served in the Marine Corps. What makes you think it's free in this country?
That's right. That's right. Nothing is free. Nothing is free. You come in this world needing something. You needing your mother's nipple for milk. You come in this world needing something. You gotta.
These these food stamps, these food stamps, they doing it wrong on these food stamps, y'all. Over with on these food stamps. Now, let me tell you something, Trump, I don't know what he got playing, but he doing something. He is really doing something. I don't understand what he doing. A lot of people don't understand. Is he setting up for it to crash? Is he setting up for it to crash? I don't. But I think he doing something he ain't got no business. Out to the ride out. Getting things ready to get going. But nevertheless, like I said, it's finna be on and popping. You cannot go wrong when you're stopping and locking and dropping. Everybody see what you click, clocking. We about to do the damn thing, hit the highways, change up the fucking game, claim what we claim. If everything's gonna be the same. But Tim soon deciphers an ominous code that seems to the future. Getting ready. Getting ready. Translates as total holocaust. The comic.
Then, Korea destroyed. If true, the ramifications are terrifying.
Why it's there, void, all I know is it's the most I've seen.
To Tim, the implications of his discovery.
My girl got me weighing.
If the God code proves
See,
that
it ain't
was
mine.
predicted in the Old Testament,
These can't be
then the
mine.
apocalyptic message about the destruction of Korea also be a warning. How many more codes are there deep in the Bible? What are they trying to tell us? How does this possibly connect to the Ark of the Covenant?
Girl got me putting on something that's
For billions of people, the Bible
no,
is a source of inspiration.
ain't none of them.
Also a source of secret coded messages by a higher power.
The idea of hidden codes in the Bible was something you didn't speak about. It was secrets that a father whispered to a son, a man swearing them to secrecy, to reveal.
Biblical codebreaker Tim Smith believes he's found hidden codes in one of the world's oldest Bibles. The Leningrad Codex,
these.
including some that seem to predict the coming of Jesus Christ, the horror of 9/11, a warning for today.
We have a code that is probably one of the most alarming, disturbing codes that I've uncovered.
In Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 20, the Bible reads, "As the nations which the Lord destroyeth before your face," using the skip appears in the Hebrew text, Kol, Shoah, Atumik, Shvav. Then, diagonally to its left, Korea and Haya.
Total atomic Korea destroyed. This is a situation that is upon us. Everybody in the world knows right now that this happened.
The mathematical randomly occurring are staggering. Less than 1 in 2.2 quintillion.
This is a code that makes all of us just shudder at the prophecy.
Oh yeah, it's about that time, baby.
This is the only one that seems to predict our future so far.
We're gonna take the
What if there were codes in the text?
metal detector.
Some advanced
Yes, sir. I need to check the weather going down through there.
In our generation.
Tim search for those lead him to Hanan Tigay.
Yeah, we're gonna check the weather down there. Some Trump better let go of them food stamps. Let me call and check on mine. See what they say now.
How you doing? Glad to finally meet you.
So,
I just thought you'd be the perfect person. You've already, tromped down these old biblical manuscripts. You've made all kinds of connections. A lot of that may be really handy for us.
so I'm just sort of manuscripts you're after, what we might learn from them.
Find that are compacted in the sections of the text which are known to be the earliest.
Let me.
Always in those sections of the text that
What I've seen up to that point of people have not particularly impressed me. But
was something really intriguing about what he was saying. You can't just say, I don't get it, forget about it. That drives.
Well, let's see what they say. Let's do that again.
Customer service. We did not access your account. For questions, please contact Arkansas Department of Human Services at 855-372-1084.
How do I get there? Okay. Let's watch that. See, cause I fall in that category right there. Damn. See. Let me see here. Let's see here. Okay, now let's do that. This is what I want right here. Let's go. Okay, now why won't let get to it? Get to the whatchamacallit. Am I not connected? Okay, well let's do it like this then. Since y'all won't let me get to it like that. Since y'all won't let me get like that, let's do it like this here then. Simple.
Service. We did not access your account. For questions, please contact Arkansas Department of Human Services.
What is fine?
72-1084.
Boy, this phone, boy. See, that's what be fucking me up. Okay, now we can do it.
Thank you for calling the Arkansas EBT customer service. Did not access your account. For questions, please contact Arkansas Department of Human Services at 855-372-1084.
All right. Now I got, let's see here. See, 8. Nope. I don't know what that is. 8, 5, 5, 3, 7, 2, 10, 84. Now they can't do nothing but let me do my thug thizzleness.
Welcome to the Access Arkansas Call Center. This agency is an equal opportunity provider. Please listen to the following message closely as our options have changed. Esta agencia es un proveedor de igualdad de oportunidades. Para continuar en español, if you are calling to receive your communication from DHS in a different format or language, such as Spanish or Marshallese, please ask the call center agent you speak with. To apply or complete your renewal by phone, Medicaid, SNAP, or T, or for questions about Medicaid, Medicaid claims and billing, or IRS Form 1095-B, press 1 now. For any questions about the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP, or the Transitional Employment Assistance Program, T, press 3 now. If you are having problems creating an account or having problems logging in to Access Arkansas or the Arkansas Medicaid Beneficiary Portal, press 4 now. Press 0 to hear these options again.
Please make a selection.
Esta agencia es un proveedor de igualdad de oportunidades. Para continuar en español, oprima el 2. If you are calling to receive your communication from DHS in a different format or language, such as Spanish or Marshallese, please ask the call center agent you speak with and they will be happy to assist you. To apply or complete your renewal by phone for Medicaid, SNAP, or T, or for questions about Medicaid, Medicaid claims and billing, or IRS Form 1095-B, press 1 now. For any questions about the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP, or the Transitional Employment Assistance Program, T, press 3 now. If you are having problems creating an account or having problems logging in to Access Arkansas or the Arkansas Medicaid Beneficiary Portal, press 4 now. Press 0 to hear these options again. For information related to SNAP, the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, T, the Transitional Employment Assistance Program, or any other general service inquiries not related to Medicaid, press 1.
Please make a selection.
For information related to SNAP, the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, T, the...
Later, Gator.
Thank you for calling the Arkansas Department of Human Services. This phone call may be monitored or recorded for quality assurance purposes. This agency is an equal opportunity provider. Our office hours are from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. For faster service, you may apply online at access.arkansas.gov.
I don't want to apply.
Child abuse or neglect, please hang up and dial 1-800-482-5964. To report adult abuse, please hang up and call 1-800-482-8049. To report a lost or stolen EBT card, hang up and call 1-800-997-9999. For Medicaid questions or billing issues, please hang up and dial 1-800-482-5431. To choose a primary care physician, please hang up and call Connect Care at 1-800-275.
Well, why they tell you through all this?
To report fraud, please hang up and call 1-800-422-6641. Please listen to the following menu of services as our options have recently changed. For SNAP, Medicaid, or T programs, please press 1. To speak to someone in Spanish, please press 8. Thank you for calling the Arkansas Department of Human Services. All our agents are currently helping other clients. Your call will be answered in the order it was received.
Wow.
Thank you for calling the Arkansas Department
Got to
of
go
Human
through all that
Services.
just to
All our
check.
agents are currently helping other clients. Your call will be answered in the order it was received. Thank you for continuing to hold. For faster service, go online at access.arkansas.gov or stay on the line for the next available agent. Thank you for calling. All our agents are still helping other clients. If you would like to keep your place in line and receive a callback, please press 1, and we will call you back as soon as an agent is available. Otherwise, please hold, and an agent will be with you shortly.
All right. Later.